Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Today we're going over a special one in the G.I. Joe Classified series. I'll rewind it a little bit. The part that I like about G.I. Joe is the part where they get weird and they make weird stuff. Like Cobra Law. I'm a huge fan of Cobra Law. I'm not saying we got to go into whatever the Toxic Avenger looking colors, things that they had, the Eco Warriors and all that. Not going to that. Not going even far in the Ninja Force. But I loved Cobra Law because it made something that seemed very grounded in application. The Joes were just guys like you and me fighting a Cobra who likes to use science to do weird stuff. In the movie, spoilers, the 40-year-old movie, turns out that Cobra is actually funded by lizard people that lived here before we did. If you're a conspiracy theorist, you might think that now. So I don't know why people hate Cobra Law. It's actually kind of grounded because I try to stay away from conspiracy, but as a non-conspiracy theorist, I don't think this is the first time we've been through this cycle because we have so much stuff that we keep finding from like centuries ago. And something must have happened that reverted us back to cavemen, and then we had to do it all over again. Anyway, Cobra Law. There were like 4 characters in Cobra Law, really. There's like a Globulus and a couple other henchmen, things like that. But one of the main ones was Nemesis Enforcer. And Hasbro decided to grace our planet with a Nemesis Immortal figure. Guess what? The Nemesis Enforcer name was taken by a band, I guess. So Hasbro can't use their own property. Hey guys, that sucks. But you're a billion-dollar corporation. You got to keep that stuff on lock. So Nemesis Immortal is here. I don't care. He's Nemesis Enforcer to me. This is a controversial figure. There's some choices that they made that are not exactly what people wanted, but does it matter? Probably not. There's his bio. You can look at that. Here's a nice back shot of Cobra Commander in a pickle right there, and then shows you all of his stuff, yada yada yada. There he is. So these guys are kind of like supposed to be like evolved from snakes, kind of a deal, I guess. And Cobra Commander is one of their people who does something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched it. It's been probably 5 years. And this is not my favorite of the old movies, but I loved Cobra Law. And then when they brought the next season out, they're like, oh, Cobra Law didn't exist. What are you talking about? So some people don't consider it canon. I do. And I'll fight you for it because not like it matters. Let's get this guy open and see what he's got. So, I'm assuming that at some point we will get a Globulus. I have a custom plan in case we don't, so I'm not too worried about it. I also have, I'm forgetting her name now. There's a female and then just another guy. They didn't make a lot of toys. There were a lot more people in the backgrounds that do that. So let's take this out. He does come with multiple heads, which I find awesome. There's his creepy head there. And I don't know if some of these are more animation-based or more toy-based. I know that the wings are animation. Because I remember the toy having the snake back part came with it. I did not have that toy, but I do remember that. I actually didn't have a lot of G.I. Joes back in the day. I was more of a He-Man through and through. I just liked how big they are in my hands. We got 2 swords. Both of them are creepy, kind of bio tech. And he does have some. I'm not taking this out ever again, so this is staying or sorry, I'm not putting this back in the box ever again. This is staying out. This is a figure that will not go in there. I have seen some people complain about the wings. I'm sure someone's going to come out with something for it. If not, keep an eye out, because a lot of the Gargoyles figures keep going on clearance at Walmart, and I ended up picking up an extra Hudson, so maybe I'll use that for that. He does have some little pokies. It's a little weird. He is double jointed pinless. This has been in, I might have to heat him up. It's been in a cold area for a minute, so he's got the lizard legs, etc. Very, very cool. And let's get this last piece out, because we'll just show this once. Probably not going to use this ever again. Here's our backdrop, which is cool. It is, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if that's AI or what. So this is one option, which is these bendy snake sucker things. I don't know what the heck this is. Not my preferred look for him. I prefer the wings. There's that. Pretty cool. As I said, these are like bendy wires, so that's nice. And then you can just like stick that back somewhere. He does come with 2 fists, and as well as a gun holding weapon, but it doesn't come with a gun. He just has these knives you can put in there. So you can put the knives in here in his hands, or you could stick them in a sense. Let's slide these in here, actually, since I'm not planning on using that much at all. That feels a little odd. Are they supposed to go this way? Yeah, that feels a little better. This is a drastic difference from the previous releases in toy, etc. So this one kind of doesn't, but I feel like they did this so that they could do a retro version later. So expect that. I know a lot of people were freaking out about this, but people got to realize that this is how Hasbro does it. With G.I. Joe Classified, at least, they released this version, which is the classified version, which has things that aren't quite retro to them, like the wings or this thing. Like this actually seems like they're probably gonna stick with that, or the head. So we have this other head here that clicks on there. Ugh. And this one's just like a meaner looking head. And then we get these wings, and these wings are the point of contention for some people. I like them, but I don't love them. They're not great for what they should be. Because this has to hold a, like, what is he, a 300-400 pound man? These are supposed to hold him up. One thing I do kind of wish that they'd have done, and I might just do it myself, is make a little hole there so that I could put this on the back as well. Because I'm that guy. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it crazy. And why not? He's a lizard, subterranean lizard man. Let's get some heat on this so that I can actually move him around without worrying about it. Sorry, I typically like to heat these up beforehand. I did that with the last couple of these reviews. But this one I wanted to take out of the box on camera. A, just in case there's a problem. B, just because. So let's heat him up. Throw back and heat him up style. If you didn't like the inclusion of Cobra Law. Please let me know why, because whenever I run into this, every single time it's just, I just didn't like it. I liked it when they took a bunch of emperors from the past and cloned them and made Serpentor. But I don't like it when you put snake peoples in there. But I am going to totally believe that in real life. Joe Rogan told me that, you know that? I digress. People are weird. Oh yeah, that loosened him up real good. I like to just give it a little bit of heat and then let it sit and then room temperature. Yeah, there's a lot of detents in there. Very good. Oddly enough, he does have a drop pip. Oddly enough, I did not really like the HasLabs enough to get them because A, they take up so much space. I already have a bunch of Transformer HasLabs here. All right, the hand is not, this part's not doing very good. You might have to heat that up some more or something. This part right here is not it's supposed to bend. I'm just gonna have to, maybe I'll have to do some hot water or something. Got a butterfly joint. These are hooked to the arm, so they will flip all the way around. We have a neck joint. We have a looks like double barbell situation there. The wings have articulation here, and then 2 down here so that you can get them in real weird positions. As I said, don't mind the wings. I know a lot of people are mad about them, but these feel like halfway point wings. They don't feel like these are his flight wings. That's the problem, is that these do not feel like flight wings at all. But they do feel wingy enough. So let's get him. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a stand for him because he's so top heavy, but he's going to need a bigger stand. So I guess I'm going to be bringing one of these out for him. I do have these smaller classified stands. Won't bring that one out then. I have smaller stands that I use for these, but I feel like he's not going to really... We'll try one of these. This is, I think, an old WWE stand. See if that gets it. The problem with him isn't his ankles. It's how freaking heavy he is up top. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a new stand for this guy, definitely. Because, like, he just won't stand up. He doesn't have a boot cut either. Does he have a... Yeah, he does have a thigh cut. Let's say he should. He's got that. And I know that I did just heat him up, but this is kind of a problem that everybody has, is that he just does not stay still. So I might have to give some more look on it. We're gonna get him a good stand, and we're gonna have him stand up pretty well, because he does have foot pegs. Here's the original one. Nice weird viper eyes. And this is his. So if you want, I mean, you could just take stuff off. You could have bought 2 and made yourself one that was more G1, I guess, is the term I'm using. But I think he's a decent enough figure. The bad, he is very floppy. Even without the heat. The heat got it so that I could move him a little bit. But man, he is like locked in here to the point where like I thought I was gonna break it. Maybe I'll do a flight stand. Oh, this is one thing that annoys me. You get these guys who fly and then they can never put their head up. Can he do it here? That's a little better. Like they need to have a U cut out back here. I know that it's gonna look ugly, but do I care about the back of a head? No. It's either that or include a head that allows me to do it. But this is what I don't like. See how floppy that is? You can't have that be that floppy and expect him to hold all this crap up back here. The other thing, as I said, is that I kind of wish that they would have made a spot right here for this. just to get extra weird. So without the wings, he's still a little bit wonky, but not as terrible. But those wings, you need to have extra support. Minimally, they should have just, I mean, they could have included a stand. Like, he's a premium figure. We could have gotten a Cobra La stand for him. So I'm going to look and see what I could do. Because I'm sure they're going to have Globulus. Probably a huge pack for that one. So we're going to need some Cobra La stands, I think. Let me know what you guys think of this. I think it's a perfectly fine figure, especially since it was like kind of like an exclusive. The one thing I do wish that they would start doing, and this is just me as an adult, let people know, hey, there's a retro one coming. Because people are going to be, this is the problem. People spent whatever money they spent on this, and then everyone else is going to have to go on eBay for it. And I'll switch this around. So eBay doesn't make Hasbro any money. It makes the people who sell barely any money. Trust me on that. I had sold something for $100. I got 60 of that 100. It is not a thing. They take so many taxes, and you got to pay for shipping, and it's just a thing. So eBay is not great to be, or any of those sites. So when you have something like this and people want it, and they make it hard to get, or you know you're going to be bringing out a retro one later, they didn't have to do it even the first day. Like, how about just, we sold the allotment for those. We're not going to make any more. But hey, guys, guess what? There's a retro one coming out. That's all you got to do. Like, that's it. You don't even have to show anything. Just so that people don't go out and spend $400 on this. And then, like, 3 months later, you're like, oh, by the way, there's a retro one out. Like, and let's talk. So that $300 could have been spent at your company instead of eBay. That's how that works. And that's how my brain works, at least. So, very rarely do I purchase things on eBay unless there's somewhat of a deal, or sometimes you get lucky with open box stuff, and I don't care as long as it's complete. But if I have a budget of $100 a month, and you make something this hard to get, I'm just not going to get it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, put a like down there. Check out my site for stands, tobytoys.com. And until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are exclusives.